This video is sponsored by RKTF University, Radisson Blue.
Good morning, I'm Dusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 5th of July and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. British voters headed to the polls on Thursday in a parliamentary election expected to bring the Labour Party to power. The election comes amid economic challenges, mounting distrust in institutions, and a fraying social fabric. Voters will be delivering their verdict on Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Conservative Party, which has been in power since 2010. Polls opened at 7 a.m. local time. In a landmark judgment, Japan's Supreme Court has ordered the government to compensate victims of forced sterilization surgeries despite a 20-year statute of limitations. The court declared that the now defunct eugenics law, under which thousands were sterilized between 1948 and 1999, was unconstitutional and that the victims should be duly compensated. The age question for presidential candidates has been around for more than 4 decades. President Ronald Reagan addressed it by pledging to resign if he became impaired, and later with a clever joke that shifted his campaign from a stumbling debate performance to a 49-state landslide in a second term. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has instructed his armed forces to defuse tensions in the South China Sea following a flare-up with China over resupply missions to Filipino troops on a contested shoal, his military chief said on Thursday. Social media companies are expressing significant concerns about the upcoming rules for the Digital Personal Data Protection, also called DPDP Act. Issues such as behavioral tracking of children, verifiable parental consent, and targeted advertisements are at the forefront. These rules aim to enforce the DPDP Act, and the industry is hoping for solutions to these pressing challenges. In late June 2024, iPhone assembler Foxconn faced allegations of discriminating against hiring married women for its plant in India. This prompted the Indian government to launch an investigation into the matter. The United States welcomed a 2-week humanitarian truce in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, the White House said on Thursday, amid fierce fighting between government troops and Rwanda-backed M23 rebels. The fighting in North Kivu province has displaced over 1.7 million people, raising the total number of displaced individuals in Congo to a record 7.2 million, according to United Nations estimates. The military attack on a gold mine in northeastern Congo killed 6 Chinese miners and 2 Congolese soldiers, a civil society group said on Thursday, the latest assault as violence worsens in the source-rich region. In a bid to widen its revenue base, Pakistan has blocked 210,000 SIM cards belonging to users who failed to file their tax returns. This measure follows an April directive from the Federal Board of Revenue. According to FBR data, only 5.2 million out of Pakistan's over 240 million population filed income tax returns in 2022. Brexit figurehead Nigel Farage claims to have ignited a revolt against establishment after exit polls indicated his hard-right party, Reform UK, secured an unprecedented electoral breakthrough. Now predicted to win 13 seats, this marks the first time a far-right party in Britain has won more than a single seat. Talking about the UK elections, the Labour Party is inching closer to a historic win in the UK elections, dethroning Rishi Sunak's Conservative Party, which has been in power for 14 years. The centre-left Labour Party leader Keir Starmer is likely to be Britain's next Prime Minister, and India, of course, wants to have a clear understanding of his stance towards the country. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
इस तरह आरकेटीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। यूनिवर्सिटी RKDF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
The Scottish National Party is set for its worst showing in a British parliamentary election since 2010, according to an exit poll on Thursday. It projects SNP will just win 10 seats amid a predicted resurgence for the Labour Party in its traditional heartlands. The SNP, which held 43 seats before the election, has faced turmoil with two leaders quitting in over a year. A police investigation into the party's finances and internal splits on policies, including a second referendum on independence. Nearly 90 migrants bound for Europe perished when their boat capsized earlier this week off the coast of Mauritania, the state news agency and a local official said on Thursday, while dozens more remain missing. The McGonagall Reader is an innovative audio-tactile device designed to assist blind and partially sighted voters. It combines an audio player with a plastic template to help users locate the voting boxes on the ballot paper. The development of the MGR was driven by an Elections Act 2022, which requires election administrators to provide accommodations such as tactile voting devices, large print ballot papers, magnifiers, extra lighting, and staff assistance to ensure all voters can access polling stations. Peru's Congress passed a law on Thursday introducing a statute of limitations for crime against humanity, despite opposition from human rights organizations who argue the measure will hamper ongoing investigations into serious abuses. India has launched the Unified Payments Interface, also called UPI, at Paris's historic department store, Galeries Lafayette, following its successful introduction at the Eiffel Tower. This move aligns with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of globalizing UPI, an Indian instant payment system developed by the National Payments Corporation of India (NPCI) in 2016. Uttar Pradesh police have arrested 6 sevadars, including 2 women, in connection with the Hathras stampede that killed 121 people. The primary accused named in the FIR remains at large. Preacher Surajpal alias Narayan Sakar Hari alias Bhole Baba will be questioned if required during the investigation, a senior officer said. JMM leader Hemant Soren will take oath as Jharkhand Chief Minister today at 5 p.m. after Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan invited him to form the government, according to ANI. Earlier reports had indicated that the swearing-in ceremony would be held on July 7th. Bridge collapse has become a common headline in Bihar. In the past 15 days, the state has seen 9 bridges tumble down, including 3 that collapsed in a single day, putting the government on high alert. On Thursday, another structure caved in Saran, taking the number to 10. The Commissioner of Police on Thursday lauded Mumbai police officers for their efficient crowd management at the Marine Drive, which was flooded with fans during the Indian cricket team's victory parade. The officer also thanked the people of Mumbai for their cooperation, adding that the force ensured it remained a special moment for the team as well as the fans. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the national capital on Thursday and described their discussions as key development issues concerning the state as constructive. During the meeting at the Prime Minister's office, Naidu advocated for increased assistance to Andhra Pradesh in lieu of special category status. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.